This is slowly but surely becoming the I told you so channel. Because in the George Floyd video that I did yesterday, I said the race hustlers, the grifters, all of them were going to come out in full force. And my God, did they not disappoint? we have we have so much footage to go over when it comes to how, everyone's sitting there, oh my goodness, justice for George. And my favorite has been the Kaepernick kneeling, like, oh, this is why he knelt. He knelt for a new contract. Like if you still think that that man wasn't exploiting the hell out of all of the racial tensions in this country, then there is a bridge in Brooklyn I can give you a really good price on. Ultimately, I have to ask, what has this done? All your protest, all your screaming and everything else like that. What benefit is it? Where's the win? What's the tangible progress that you get from it? I'm very curious about this because there's so many people. Like I saw Ice Cube post how they want how yeah, when we gonna stop taking this? When we going like look, the person who died was George Floyd. All right. And it'd be nice if people stopped projecting themselves onto situations that they aren't involved in. Because even from what I've been able to gather from the man himself, like a lot of the things that have been posted about him, he seemed like a nice enough guy without question. So if this person was worth what you feel he was worth, then why would he want you to go out there and just cause more havoc, bring down property value, and ultimately screw yourselves? Like that's the thing. We live in this gynocentric society where everybody's are just running off of emotion. There is no logical sense to what many of these folks are doing. They're doing it because it feels good. They're doing it because, oh man, oh, how can they keep doing this to us? This was a joke that I made, but it's rather true because in 1962 they would have been thrown a parade. All right, 1955 they would have actually lynched him because they were saying, oh, this was a lynching. Once again, this was not a lynching. Okay, there are little similarities because of the whole neck thing, but still, it's important to be precise. And speaking of precise, in yesterday's video, I really got on that Asian cop because I'm like, why are you not helping your friend? Footage has shown that there was, like, from the angle that we were at, we couldn't see the other two cops that were already restraining the man. So it's like he was already restrained. Even Devin Tracy, atheism is unstoppable, said, get your knee off of his neck. That was the whole problem. Everything else is superfluous, right? Just get your knee off of his neck and none of this happens. None of this goes down. But they were fired. All four cops got fired. And there will be charges and we'll see how it plays out. But to protest and riot, and that's another thing that I definitely wanted to bring up. This comparison of the protesters that were in Michigan, the comparisons between like Trayvon Martin's situation and Mr. Floyd's situation and Philando Castile's situation, like all of these, whether you like it or not, are separate incidents, right? So ultimately, you have to look at them through separate lenses. Is there a reoccurring theme in many of these cases? Yes. But one of the things that gets under my skin a lot, and I saw that terrible Michael Rappaport, because he's somebody who I actually used to like. He seemed real chill, but it was all just a front because he like Joe Biden and all the rest. Because everybody you're seeing is Joe Biden voters. Like him and the rest are as racist as they claim, are the same racism that they claim to fight against. Because you know how you counteract that racism by being a civil human being, by saying, you know what we're gonna do, oh wow, they got arrested, they locked up, good, this is great. Now we will wait because the justice system does take forever. We are actually guaranteed, we are constitutionally guaranteed the right to a fast and speedy trial. That's just not how it works, okay? Like it really isn't. Litigation lawyers, they can really throw a bunch of wrenches into the gears and slow down the process for as long as they want. So it's really disingenuous to sit here and pretend as if, oh my goodness, well, justice needs to be served right now. We live in instant gratification world. We live in a time where people are very happy to, like people want everything that they want now instantaneously. And unfortunately, particularly when it comes to the wheels of justice, that's just not how it works. Because investigations need to happen, processes and committees and all these other protocols need to take place before, sentencing and whatnot, what have you, can be determined. But everybody and their mother came out and condemned this, as they should have. This was like, I wasn't willing to call it on the Arbery case, but I'm willing to call this one murder on this case. The people have been ostracized, and it's just infuriating to see that despite everybody coming out and saying, yo, this is actually terrible, they still decided to go out and riot and have these protests, stop killing us and all this other fun stuff. And it's like, dude, hey, you're still alive. I find it very strange that people who are still alive are talking about how they've been killed, or, oh my goodness, it's such a scary thing being a black man in America. And this is coming from somebody, a black man, who has literally gone from one end of this country to the other end of this country, who has been in these spaces where, you know what, it really feels like I'm about to take like if somebody's just having a bad day, they're about to go, I'm about to get James Birded out of here. But the deal is, it didn't happen. A lot of the people were have been kind to me and have been really good to me. And that's really where things get, that's really where I come from. It's not a matter of, oh man, you don't like black people or anything else like that. It's just, I like people. I like good people. I like honorable people. And I like people doing the right and honorable thing. And popping up and turning protests into riots is not the honorable thing, particularly when you get absolutely nothing from it. Like that's an adult brain. That's some adult braining right there, guys. Because like the question that I ask most often, that a lot of people have no answer for. Exactly what did you win? What was the tangible benefits from this? And how has your community, how has your situation improved due to it? And you know what? None of them will have a proper answer for this. Would you like to know why? Because there is none. Sitting here and being disruptive and wilding out, particularly when the guys have already been arrested, and the powers that be are actually trying to put effort into showing you guys that, hey, we are on top of this. We see what you see, and we wanna nip it in the bud. Guys, come on, seriously. And then I saw that the one who was on his knee was a Trump supporter. What the hell does that got to do with the price of tea in China? Seriously, I'll put it to you like this. If Jaden Hayden from the elder abuse video, which got nowhere near the type of coverage that this is getting, all right, and that's really where you can say that the at least the media is treating, there's a difference in the way the media covers a lot of these instances. But let's say Jaden Hayden was a huge throwback 90s 112 fan, right? I'm a huge throwback 90s 112 fan. Does that make me an elder abuser? Of course not. So to sit there and be like, oh, well, he sort of supported Trump. This is the type of thing that Trump, like, what's the names? I challenge you. Please, any instance of racial inferiority or superiority that you've seen from the man, by all means, leave it in my comments. But all of this it's what the shysters, it's the fraudsters, the Kaepernicks and the Sean Kings of the world. This is what they need in order to keep their pockets full. Because you got a whole bunch of folks out there with guilt and like, oh my goodness, my privilege. And it's just like, no, just live your life. Live your life, be a good person, treat people with kindness and respect. If I could say anything. But yeah, I just wanted to do this video as a bit of a follow-up because we got more information that came out about the Floyd murder, as well as to kind of just like, rub it in your face a little bit, gloat. Like I said that they were coming out in full force. as usual, I tried to stop it, but as I ain't got the clout, I ain't got the power, man. Y'all need to help me get some more subs. So anyways, with that being said, all the internet stuff. If you like the toss, like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. See one give videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know. What do you guys think in the comments? I'm not playing the video, like any of the sound from the videos, because most of it is just it really is just people like, oh, what it really doesn't add anything. But yeah, let's hear what this real quick. Let's hear what this young man had to say. Gotta get the volume set.
Pussies, man. They don't understand. You see how they got them weapons? You see how they scared? You see how they out here throwing pepper spray and all this shit? Our shit was peaceful. People that had nothing to do with our protest fuck this shit up and they want to come after us, man. But
yes, because you're all protesting. Oh my goodness. He's like, oh, well, we were peaceful, but other people came over, and then they started coming after us because, yeah, they can't tell the difference. And yes, they are scared because you guys saw them, like people are like sitting there smashing windows and stuff like that. And there is that element. There is that element of people who are just happy to try and make the world burn. They are insane, and you really shouldn't listen to them. So, guys, like I said, with that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments, okay? And until the next one.